Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Dhyanamoolam Gurormurti Poojamulam Guror Padam Mantramulam Guror Vakyam Mokshamulam Guror Kripa. We will do Om Namah Shivaya long chanting 5 times. So let's take a deep breath in. Om Namaha Shivaya. Om Namaha Shivaya. Om. Take deep breath. Namaha Shivaya. Om Namaha Shivaya. Om Namaha Shivaya. Let's chant Mahamrityunjay mantra a few times. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiya Mamritatum. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiya Mamritatum. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiya Mamritatum. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiya Mamritatum. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiya Mamritatum. Just keep your eyes closed, observe the vibrations, and let us chant Gayatri Mantra a few times. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Let's keep our eyes closed, observe the vibration. So today being Monday, we can do Lingashtakam. Let us all, those who know, they can chant, and then we will do Ashtavakra Gita. Om Brahma Murari Surarchit Lingam Nirmal Bhashit Shobhit Lingam Janmaja Dukha Vinashak Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Devamuni Pravarachit Lingam Kamadahan Karunakar Lingam Ravan Darpa Vinashanalingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Sarva Sugandhi Sulepit Buddhi Vivardhana Karanalingam Siddha Surasura Vandit Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Kanaka Mahamani Bhushit Lingam Panipati Veshtit Shobhit Lingam Takshasuyakya Vinashana Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Kumkum Chandana Lepit Lingam Pankajhar Sushobhit Lingam Sanchit Pap Vinashak Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Devaganarchit Sevit Lingam Bhavir Bhakti Bhirevach Lingam Dinakar Koti Prabhakar Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Ashtadalo Pariveshtit Lingam Sarva Samudra Bhavakaran Lingam Ashtadaritra Vinashak Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Surguru Survar Pujit Lingam Suravana Pushpa Sadarchit Lingam Parat Param Paramatmak Lingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam. Let's close our eyes. Observe the vibrations of all the mantra. It's like mantra snan. We like the way we take care of outer hygiene. The mind can be washed, cleansed by chanting of mantras. And now we will start with Ashtavakra. So we had been, listening to Ashtavakra, and which is the discourses has been given by Gurudev. So we had done yesterday, how that everything is happening in the mind. It's like the divine play. And how much are we aware? What we are creating the world with our mind. He goes on. Who goes on? The conversation between the Ashtavakra and Janaka. Janaka goes on to give several examples. Sugar is present in sugarcane. Sugar is present all over in the cane, isn't it? Sugar जो होता है किसी गन्ने के थोड़े से पार्ट में नहीं होता है. Sugar पूरे गन्ने में बराबर होता है. Similarly, whether अगर आप कोई सागर में जाएंगे ना, सागर, तो सागर का खारा पानी ऐसा नहीं होता कि आप सागर की गहराई में जाएं तो ज्यादा खारा होगा, या आप एक कॉर्नर में रहें तो ज्यादा खारा होगा, या आप किसी पर्टिकुलर पार्ट में हो, किसी जैसे इंडिया में कि ओके दिस पार्ट ऑफ द ओशन हैज मोर सॉल्ट, दैट पार्ट हैज लेस. नो, द एंटायर ओशन इज सॉल्टी, isn't it? Whether from the side or you travel to the middle of ocean to take water, it's salty. Like that, I am present all over in everything. He had sudden realization. Who had sudden realization? Janaka. That he real Aho Niranjan. Oh, I'm untouched and I'm present everywhere. Aho, you have also had this experience, but you're not aware of it. See, we all had this experience. Sometimes the experience of calmness, the experience of expansion, experience of that inner peace and joy and feeling one with everyone. When we see a beautiful sunset, or a beautiful mountain or an ocean, don't we feel expanded? And that time there's so much of joy and we feel love with the whole existence. Sometimes when you're sitting, a child falls or somebody else falls, what do you feel? Immediately your hand just goes towards protecting them, to help them. You can feel that pain. If the child falls, you can feel it inside you. When somebody, there is a car accident, something happens in your stomach as if something has happened to you. We see painful stories, we see videos of people in pain, and we feel as if something is happening to us. It is the same time when somebody's crying, sometimes we feel as if the tears are coming in our eyes and they start coming. Sometimes what happens, we feel as if somebody's laughing and we start laughing for no reason. Sometimes we have not even understood the joke. Have you realized, कभी कभी हमें जोक भी नहीं समझ में आता है, लेकिन दूसरे सब हंस रहे हैं तो हमें कितनी हंसी आने लगती है. We start laughing like anything. If people are sitting with so much of love and you go and sit there for no reason, you start feeling the waves of love come to you. तो जहाँ प्रेम है, कोई बहुत ही जिसका प्योर लव है, आप उसकी प्रेजेंस में उस जगह पे आपको अपने आप प्रेम अनुभव होने लगेगा. अपने आप को, आपको सारे द्वेष और सारे राग और सब मिट जाएंगे, and compassion will come and love will come. Similarly, when there's somebody who's like, suppose somebody is criticizing, few people sitting together and they're criticizing government, the society and the environment, and we also join, we also start criticizing. So what is happening? We are getting affected by the vibrations outside. Do you know how much energy we waste on all this talking? We have not been skillful in our speech, we have not been skillful in our actions, and we have not been skillful in our perception. है ना? हमें क्या बोलना है, कब हम उसमें स्किलफुल नहीं रहे. हमें उसमें स्किलफुल नहीं रहे कि हमारे क्या, कब क्या करना है. कई बार जो हम गलत समय पे कुछ बोल देते हैं तो वो सब कुछ बेकार हो जाता है. एंड वही चीज सही समय बोलने पे इट बिकम्स लाइक द मोस्ट इंटेलिजेंट थिंग, मोस्ट वाइज थिंग. एंड सेम विद परसेप्शन. हमारे परसेप्शन में बहुत फॉल्ट होते हैं, क्योंकि हम अगर जब तक सही ढंग से चीजों को परसीव नहीं करते, तब तक हम उसके पीछे का छिपा हुआ ज्ञान, विजडम नहीं पा पाते, और ना ही उस सिचुएशन को हम टैकल कर पाते हैं. Janaka said, it is so simple, but it needs a little skill. He did not know what the skill was. He said, oh, through some skill I've just found the process of the skill also unknown, otherwise you will know. This is true skill. When doership is not there, the person doesn't think, my skill, I skillfully found the divine. Most of the time what happens, we start taking credit to ourselves. Oh, मेरी वजह से ऐसे हुआ, मैंने ये किया, मुझे ये शांति का अनुभव हुआ, ये ज्ञान सडनली मुझे मिला. इसके पीछे it can be just grace of divine. It can be just some grace of the master. It can be grace of people blessing you. But then we start taking the credit, मैंने ये किया. और जब भी doership नहीं होगा तो आपको बहुत कुछ अपने आप मिलने लगेगा. The main skill in him was total surrender. In Janaka, what was a main skill? That he could realize that he's one with everyone, that he could realize his expanded self, that he could realize that he was untouched, untarnished by anything. What was the main skill? क्या था उसके में वो? What was the talent in him? Was that total surrender, devotion and innocence. पूरा पूर्ण समर्पण, पूर्ण भक्ति और एक बच्चे की तरह innocent mind. He sat at the feet of Ashtavakra with innocent and just let it happen. He let the presence of Ashtavakra hold him. He knew that it happened through some skill, but he did not know what the skill was. This shows that he was a person of great depth. How much sorry, being a king also, he had no ego. He was egoless. He did not start that, oh, taking the credit, oh, I did it. It happened, मुझे तो पहले से पता था, मेरे को तो ये ज्ञान का आभास था ही. अष्टवक्र, आपने तो आके थोड़ा सा मुझे बस मुझे ट्रिगर कर दिया, but I knew all this. He did not say all that. If he was like that, he would have said, oh, this is so simple. I would have anyway found it. I would have known it for long. There was no need for Ashtavakra to tell me that I am infinity. Anyway, I am. I can thank him for the way he came and reminded me. But I'm very clever, I'm very intelligent. वो सोचते मैं तो इतना बड़ा ज्ञानी हूँ, मुझे तो ये पता चल ही जाता. He would have thought that way, but no, his heart and mind was so pure, so aligned with nature, so humble, so much in surrender. Just hankering for knowledge, for unity, for love will not get you that. हम कितना भी चाह लें कि हमें पूर्ण प्रेम मिल जाए, हमें पूर्ण ज्ञान उदय हो जाए, हम दुनिया के साथ एक हो जाएं, ऐसे नहीं होता कि वो हमें ऐसे ही मिल जाए सिर्फ चाहने से. Thinking that you don't hanker or care for anything and dropping everything will also not help. अब कई बार उसका उल्टा हम करें कि सब कुछ छोड़ दें और हमें चाहिए ही नहीं, मुझे तो नहीं चाहिए ज्ञान, मुझे तो मुक्ति नहीं चाहिए, और कुछ ना करें तो भी नहीं होगा. गुरुजी हमेशा कहते क्या, मध्यम मार्ग. This is what we do. People say that they will meditate but are hankering after what they can do. We get more and more restless because we want to do something to get there, to get closer and closer. How closer can you go? You have done whatever you could do to get as close as you could go, but you still feel you're not close enough. You still feel frustrated. तो कितनी बार हमें लगता है कि हाँ हमने तो कर लिया, हम मेडिटेट करा और हम ये कर रहे हैं. दिस इज नॉट डूइंग. बाय डूइंग समथिंग वी कैन हैव दिस रियलाइजेशन. देयर इज दिस मिस्टेक इज देयर. अगर हम सोचे हमें ज्ञान और हमें मोक्ष मिल जाएगा कुछ करने से, नहीं. It is when we totally surrender, totally relax, when we just get aligned, one with nature. When there is innocence and intelligence together, then the knowledge dawns in. And the other way is when we say it is impossible. Drop it, run away and go somewhere. There is no need to meditate or do anything. That you did all that and nothing happened. अगर हम ऐसा करेंगे तो भी हमें कुछ नहीं मिलेगा ज्ञान, कि हम सोचे ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता, मुझसे नहीं होगा, मैं नहीं कर सकता, I cannot go into all this meditation, I cannot get knowledge, don't have this ability. And then also nothing will happen. We are just losing it. We are running away. If you drop it, nothing happens. So you say, better I drop it. Nothing happens. Nothing matters anyway. So why do anything? कुछ तो हो ही नहीं रहा है. मैं ध्यान कर रहा हूँ, मैं ज्ञान कर रहा हूँ, मेरे तो जीवन में कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. मैं क्यों करूँ? What is there to be done? Sometimes a reminder comes. Sometimes somebody says how fortunate we are. We need to realize how fortunate we are listening to Ashtavakra Gita, how fortunate we are chanting, how many people in the world listen to this knowledge, how many people get an opportunity to chant together, to learn from the master, to do Sudarshan Kriya, how many people? Sometimes the reminder comes and sometimes somebody says how fortunate we are. The mind immediately agrees, yes, I am very fortunate, but then what? The struggle goes on. That's why he says it needs skill. You are special. Don't compare yourself with others. Now, this is a very difficult thing to do for everyone. हमारे को आनंद आ जाता है, शांति मिल जाती है, बहुत खुशी भी हो जाती है, सुख भी मिल जाता है, contentment भी मिल जाता है, लेकिन फिर वो कहाँ चला जाता है? The moment we compare with others, our contentment leaves us. Our that joy within, that happiness leaves immediately. हमें जैसे लगा कि हाँ हम तो बहुत खुश हैं, बहुत आनंद में, और जैसे थोड़ी देर बाद क्या होता है, we see somebody else having more and our contentment goes away. That is why he says it needs a skill. You are special. Don't compare yourself with others. This is another thing that your mind can become very unhappy about. You may feel Guruji speaks to that person, not to you. ये हमारे साथ भी होता है ना. हम कहते हैं, oh, my mother loves the other, my brother more, or my sister more, my father loves the other person more, or my teacher is, her favorite is this student, that student, or we say for Guruji also, he loves this person, he talks to that person, he doesn't love me. ऐसे सोचते हैं ना. Once one of our devotees was very unhappy, thinking I had forgotten him, that I had gotten into so many organizations with so many people, courses and everything I had completely forgotten him. This person was unable to come to me because of the physical ailments. He had been mentally hankering about this for 2 or 3 days, feeling very bad seeing what had happened. So I went to his place and surprised him. Then I told him that the cake was well cooked. It had been cooking for 3 days, and it so happened that they had completely lost faith, hope, and everything. So what happened? Cake is cooking means that their minds were being cooked and cooked and cooked, and they lost the faith. That Guruji will actually remember. That person broke down in tears and could not say anything. What happened? Faith. Everything became all right again. In few minutes, everything came back together. So having that faith that I'm fortunate, everything is being done to me for me, and if I'm going through anything, it is somewhere, it's because of my karma. I have to come out of her some karma, or I have to learn something. I have to get more knowledge or wisdom. I have to overcome some mental hurdle, or hurdle at the emotional level, at understanding level. In the divine, in sadhana, in meditation, one faith is stronger. When the faith is stronger, the body heals by itself. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है हम सब के लिए. जब हमारा फेथ नहीं होता है अपने आप में लाइफ के लिए, तो हमारी इम्यूनिटी बहुत कम हो जाती है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, वी फॉल सिक फास्टर, एंड सेकेंड थिंग इज दैट it's difficult to get healed back. It's difficult for us to heal ourselves back. In a few minutes, the person became normal. That's why Jesus said, your faith has healed you. I have not done anything, but your faith has healed you. Your faith that a divine is the sight of God, that is the consciousness, the self does a lot. The moment we have faith, that we have divinity within, that I am in infinity, or I'm connected to divine, and divine is taking care of me, divine is with me. He has not forgotten me. He's right here with me. He's there in every particle, every atom of the universe. That is the moment, we start relaxing, we start getting healed, we start being happier. So remember this. The world, this bubble must have come from the word Buddha. Goes to Buddha. Buddha means bubble in Sanskrit. People are like bubbles on the waves. People are like bubbles. Like, what does bubble means? Like, everything is bubble. कैसे एक bubble आता है और कुछ seconds में खत्म हो जाता है. That way, the whole existence is like that. The eras are like that. Our self is like that, and even our thoughts are like that. They're bubbles. The thoughts, they start from the substratum of the consciousness, and they like bubbles. They come up because of impressions in the mind, and then they just break, but we hold on to the impressions again. We keep on creating more and more impressions. When you realize this, then only will you smile. How can you be happy about anything? How can you be unhappy about anything? Life is so short. So we need to realize what? That I am pure, I am infinite, I am divinity, I am untouched, untarnished, I am that. Aham Brahmasmi, I am the same divinity, and feel like a cloud. How does a cloud move? It moves, it is Just even it's near the ground, it doesn't get dirty, doesn't get stained. So move in the world like a cloud, unstained and untarnished. And then you can go through everything, but not letting anything stick to you, not and letting anything make deep impressions on you, not anything maligning you or creating disturbances in you. And even if the disturbance happen, they can happen for a very short time. So Jai Gurudev for today. I hope you all enjoyed the chanting and this session.